Long live the Summernats, Australia's biggest celebration of horsepower. What's it like? Well, imagine this. It's 40 degrees, maybe more. The campgrounds smell like bacon and beer, amongst other things. The air is rich with petrol, sometimes methanol, always rubber. And then there's the sound. A mixture of screaming engines during the day, pounding guitars by night, and plenty of banter. Everywhere you look, something's going on. Stunning paint jobs in the elite pavilion, all vying to be grand champion. Punters on Skid Row, begging for smoke. Horsepower junkies on the dyno, these blokes love curves. And of course, the burnouts. In the searing heat, through the sea of sombreros, the ultimate summer stage. This is where everyday characters can be bloody heroes. One after one they roll up, they tip it in, they tear it up. And when the smoke settles, they emerge. They salute the crowd and plead, "What about me?" But most just come for the cars. All beautiful, all someone's pride and joy, labours of love after hours in the shed. Some clad with steel bumpers, others a little more modern. There's V8s, blowers, turbos, Yank tanks and homegrown brands, our Australian idols. They're all here for Summernats, over 2,000 of them. Because this is one weekend in January where Canberra gets loud. And in 2020, everyone is welcome. Not just the big blokes with tats or little blokes with mullets. You can bring the whole family, even your missus and your mum. Because Summernats is for everyone. And in its 33rd year, the party is bigger than ever. This is summertime in Australia, and this is the Summernats!
I'm Andy Lopez, I'm one of the owners of Summernats. It's Thursday and the party's just about to start. So we've already had about 1,200 cars come through over the last couple of days. We'll get up another 1,000 today and tomorrow, both here and at the racecourse. I think we're around 2,200 cars. So this is great. This is where you sort of first get to connect with everyone from the community who's been working hard all year to get their cars ready. I love standing here in the shed saying g'day.
I started coming to Summernats when I was 13 and I've always been a spectator, but second year as an entrant.
Chris Reid, I'm from Sydney. I've been here for the last 8 years. Summernats, everyone getting together, enjoying themselves, having a great time, lots of cars. That's can't get much more. I enjoy it down here and can't get enough of it.
I'm Tony Herditch, I'm one of the senior scrutineers. What we're doing here is a fundamental safety check. Just make sure the guys have their cars nuts and bolts together well, making sure that all the lights work, simple things like that. Just making sure it's a good, fun, safe event for everyone.
I'm Jake Myers, the 2019 Burnout Master. I'm back here 2020, ready to give it another crack and give it our best shot and hopefully go take it 2 years in a row. So I guess we'll find out on the qualifying on Saturday and hopefully we'll get into the finals on Sunday and then we'll go from there. My old man, he's won it 3 times. Yeah, it's just a dream come true and I couldn't ask for anything more. So they're just doing some over checkovers. Nothing's changed, but no, they said it was all good, so they're throwing the stickers on now, and should be ready to go.
Ready to go, mate? Ready to burn rubber?
The City Cruise kicks off in about an hour, so we'll rumble down Northbourne through the smoke and give Canberra a good shake for Thursday afternoon, and that's going to be fantastic. Hopefully we'll have about between 300 and 400 cars in the parade. Always a big spectacle. What a fantastic community that come and celebrate the Summernats every year. How much they care about it. Our team's so passionate, our fans are so passionate, the entrants are so passionate. It's just it's an amazing thing, and if you could bottle it and sell it, you'd be a billionaire.
Summernats!
People have been ringing me for over 2 months. How can I be part of the City Cruise? It's such an enjoyable event, and it's also good for the public of Canberra. What's happened now is they used to see this Summernats thing and it was blocked away down at Epic. Well, now they can see all these cars out cruising and see that they're all responsible people. So, yeah, fantastic part of the event.
Street Machine. If you don't read Street Machine, follow their YouTube channel or visit their website for great content. What are you doing with your life? Nothing. That's what you're doing. For all the latest on all things Street Machine, visit your local newsagent, buy a magazine subscription on their website now. They got all sorts of mad stuff. Turbo taxis, LS powered MX-5s, and the best street machines Australia has to offer. Do it now. Canberra, ACT, home to Parliament House, home to the Australian War Memorial. This is an important place. Canberra is important. Telstra Tower, Fishwick adult shops, and in January, some of the best burnouts you'll ever see. We'd like to invite you to come to Canberra because they look after us and we want you to look after them. And because they look after us, it means we can look after you in January for 4 days at the best car festival in the world. Josh Bennis, Canberra.
I'm Rick Werner, I'm from the Gold Coast. I brought my 32 pickup. For the third time now. I've been to Summernats in this car. Then last year I did not expect to win the sword, but absolutely life-changing stuff it is. It blew me away. I wanted to build a car that was in your face a bit, but still drivable, and a Hot Wheels car that you can drive on the road. It's only got a 850 double pumper Holly underneath that scoop, so it's not injected. The 700 R4 in it, so it's nice on the highway. The front end's just a standard 4-inch drop axle with a mono-leaf spring in it. The rear's, I'm running a 22mm sway bar. That's been chopped and channeled, so it keeps the centre of gravity really low. It gets driven everywhere. It's I don't know whether it goes that good, but it stops all right. It'll be great to get into the top 3 again. They've had top 3 in 3 years in a row, but I think I'm going to be outclassed this year. There's some nice looking cars out there.
So the wildcards are basically a lot of cars that were chosen throughout the year, didn't make the finals in a few events, to come down here for their last chance to get into the Masters.
Yeah, we'll do a test skid today at the start of the wildcard shootout. Drive the whole pad, pop both sides, and yeah, that's the goal. It would have to be probably the smallest pad in Australia, and it's very technical. It's pretty thin tipping, you know, and it's like going back up there, you know, one little mistake and you're going to touch the wall. Saturday we'll go out for the qualifying in the Burnout Masters, so that will be the big one, and hopefully we get through the top 10 on Sunday, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, so my name's Craig Meston. The car's a VK Commodore and the number plate's a Pinky. All I wanted to do was nut the entry and then basically go from there. So pulled that off straight away, then went straight into the main pad and then out the exit a couple of times, back in again. Car seemed to rev fine and loved every little bit of it. Didn't hit any walls, drove off with both tyres off, and yeah, still going now, so cheering.
Well, it was good. It's good to get one under the belt, especially in the wild card. Pretty excited.
I'm Mark Waddington from the Castlemaine Rod Shop. I own the XP Falcon with the blown big block called the Warbird, and I was lucky enough to sneak through by the sound of it. The skid was okay. I played a little bit of a safety game. That smoke was as heavy as it's ever been, so it was really hard. I got lost once, took a little bit of a gamble, and got lucky. There's only one show in the country we all want to win, and this is the big dance. So I'll push a lot harder tomorrow. I'll probably run 2 or 3 risks, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm a chance on Sunday. I've been to SEMA, I've been around the world, do a lot of shows, but nothing's like Summernats, and I don't think ever will be. It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, it felt good, but probably went a bit too quick.
The car felt really, really good. Got a little bit lost in the middle at the start, at the end I mean. Yeah, but finished off well, very well. Very, very, very happy. So I reckon we'll go right and hopefully make a top 10 for Sunday.
Didn't hit a wall, tyres are off. Just love Summernats.
Woo! Had a ball.
Dad. Got a Holden, got a Ford, got a Chrysler. Do you have a sick VL, a hectic VK, a VB, a VC, a Mang VN, an XW, an XY, an XT, an XA, an XC, a Tory, a Rana? Yes, I know they're the same thing. Whatever you got. If it's rare, Rare Spares do bits for it. So if you love bits and bobs and pieces and parts, visit their website for a full catalogue and more. More bits, more bobs, more parts, more pieces. All of it.
rsp.net.au.
Dad. What is canna, you ask? I'm going to read this to you. Hang on. Canna is the Dutch expert in cultivating your favourite crops. Eh? The green stuff. I mean capsicums, tomatoes. Welcome to a new way of growing that is all about passion, love for plants, and achieving the best results in the easiest way. Canna. Whether it's capsicums, roses, broccoli, or anything else plant-based, eh? Oh, hang on. Visit canna.com.au. Hang on, I've got another bottle here. Brown stuff. Let's have a smell. I'm the first to open this. Yeah, man.
My name's Rowan Hawley, Holden Trana, LH, 75 model. It's old school, and obviously it's green. I've had the car for about 25 years now. It's a Pro Block, dart-headed and manifold. Runs at 1040, 130 mile an hour. Recently, I've just done the Wilwood brake front setup, Wilwood deletion of the brake booster, and put rear brake calipers on the rear as well. So yeah, it's pretty good. I drive it pretty regular. I'm very familiar with it. Responds to everything that I need to do. So it should perform quite well. Summernats, it's the pinnacle of the cars, the quality caliber of the cars that turn up, and just coming down to be part of it and chuck laps, it's great. I'd never thought I could actually be in the running for it. I've never even considered it, but I've had a lot of positive feedback since I've been here at Summernats that helped me consider going for a Grand Champion. So I'm going to give it a crack and we'll see what the outcome is.
As you can see, we're here in Maguire's Judging Hall. It's 10 o'clock each day, and then we go right through the whole day. And then what we're looking forward to is we get the street judging comes through, the tough street judging, then also the elite judging. And then when all of that's done, we get a top 60, and they end up in this hall for Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And all the street cars, all the tough street cars and all the elite cars come through here, but only the elite cars end up in here. And that car that's top judge, that will be good in every area. At the end of the day, it will always be about the detail, the fine detail on that car. When that grand champion is announced, it's just euphoric. That award is absolute pride of place in their house, so it is pretty much the most sought after award in Australia.
Quite an achievement to make top 60.
Yeah, we've got in this year, so it's good. All that hard work, 4 years, dedication, money and time, it's finally paid off. That's what I built the car for, top 60, and I believe it's a top 60 car all day, so we'll see how we go.
My name is Jesse. I'm a live streamer from America. I travel the world and share my adventures. And I'm here at Summernats because I heard a lot about this event. I love cars, and I've just been blown away by this event so far. I'm really glad I came. There's nothing like this where I come from.
Mark from Street Effects, and I'm here with the skids. Summernats 17 was the first one I went to. I went in a Toyota MR2 and I thought everyone was going to give me but they didn't, they loved it. It was pretty sick, so it's a good environment even though I thought it was all just going to be bogans and mullets. I mean there's some bogans and some mullets, but you know. Well, a lot of our audience is American, so they've only ever seen static burnouts. They don't know what they're doing. So this is giving a bit of a taste of Aussie culture.
GGO. Picture this. You've just spent the best part of 5 years building your dream car. You've spent every last dollar you have. What you need is peace of mind, right? And you need your vehicle insured for what it's worth. Don't muck around when it comes to insurance. Get the right cover. Shannons will look after you. Give them a call, 134646 or shannons.com.au.
I'm Brent Murray from Portland, Victoria, and this is my 68 Dodge Dart clone. I bought the car and I spent about 7 years, I suppose, getting it ready to come here, but I never expected it to be at this level. It was always going to be a family driver, but that changed, it evolved. I just couldn't help myself, I had to do it. To end up second place grand champion was just amazing. I wasn't expecting anything. I was pumped. I was 1 point the difference. We hadn't cleaned or prepped the car at all, and we just rocked up here. Still had rubber under it from drag racing, and it was quite a surprise that, you know, even, I thought maybe top 60, I don't know, I didn't know how it would go again. I've actually only done 4 go-to-woes in the whole car ever, and the last year's one was pretty much the best one I've ever done, but it's awesome to drive. The power is just insane, so, you know, the noise, yeah, I do love driving it and drag racing it. And if I win grand champion, I'll be on the tonight.
McFarlane. I'm from the United States, here to rip some skids with the Australians. We're all about adrenaline and going as far as we can. So Summernats and us got together, decided to build a car specifically to send here and whip a skid. We found the most American car we could, slapped a big block in it, the biggest one we could find, put a supercharger on it just like the Australians would do, power it on methanol, and just loves to burn tires. We just want to come out, hang out with the best burnout guys on the planet. They take it a lot further than the Americans do. You know these guys are pushing it as hard as they possibly can. I love that. So we're going to send it as hard as we possibly can. It should be plenty.
You know, we're just car enthusiasts, hardcore horsepower freaks, and from the start, man, from when I was born, I loved doing crazy stuff with cars, just like everybody here, and we started filming it, lucky enough to have a good group of people to follow us and just enjoy what we do, you know, and we especially love our Australians, man. We come over here, there's so many people who just want to have a good time and party with us, rip skids, and just have fun, man.
The toast build has had over 16 million views on YouTube alone, right? It's been a hell of a build though. You had some hurdles.
We built the car really fast, but we didn't know exactly what we're doing. So we ran into some hurdles in the States, got it running through the container, and then yesterday, if you guys don't already know, we blew up the engine. So today, I drove to Sydney and bought a new engine for it. So we just want to fix the car and do another skid. So we're really excited, and we're going to get it back up and running. We're going to come back tomorrow.
Awesome, awesome. Put your hands together, give it up for these guys. Cleaners in the game.
Charlie, or Harley, and I got a 57 Chevy. I made it out to be a Pro Tourer, that was my theme, and I like the clean looks You know, so when you have a look at it, you'll see it's straight. There's no door handles, you know, all been shaved, no emblems, so it looks really clean. And we tried to carry that onto the inside, and that's how we fitted the touchpad and that to get rid of switches and things like that. So ultra modern on the inside. To get rid of the switches we had and the information onto a touchpad, we turned it into a Wi-Fi car. So we could get the signal onto the touchpad, and then we got a program that enables us to identify switches for windows, aircon, poppers, all that sort of stuff to operate the car.
We are Bliss and Esso, baby. And where are we?
We are right here at Summernats. Boom. I've never seen so many hungry people that love V8s in my life all gathered together. It was rowdy, it was raw. I loved it.
I expected some crazy people, but I didn't know we had that many crazy people that lived in Australia, and they seemed to all come to the one spot.
Yo, what is crack-a-lackin'? It's Bliss and Esso right here.
And we are live 2020 at Summernats, baby.
Get it in ya.
Woo, Summernats!
Summernats! Put your hands in the air! Front to back, side to side, where you at? Come on, Summernats, here we go! Yo, 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 yo! Put your hands up, yo, yo! Put your hands up, yo, yo! Put your hands up, yo, yo! So clap your hands, everybody! Everybody, clap your hands! Come on! Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey! Let me hear you louder! Everybody, hey! Good to be back.
Coca-Cola, or Coke, as it's more well known, is a carbonated soft drink manufactured by the Coca-Cola Company. It was invented in the late 19th century by John Smith Pemberton and was bought out by Asa Briggs Handler, whose marketing techniques led to Coca-Cola. I'm just going to read this off the Wikipedia thing, okay? It was brought out by businessman Asa Briggs Handler, whose marketing tactics led Coca-Cola to its dominance of the world soft drink market throughout the 20th century. Boring. Who cares? Why do we love Coke? I'll show you why we love Coke. Just went all over my leg. Bit of Cougar bourbon, bit of Coke. Because it's the best damn mixer in the world. Yeah. We can drink booze on set, right? No. The f*** is this? No. Dad. I used to work in a panel shop as a spray painter. True story. I used to turn up to work early every single day. One day I was 10 minutes late. The boss said to me, "Why are you late?" And because I was a young smart I said, "You never thank me when I'm 15 minutes early." Not only did that go down like a mouth full of nails, I had to wash the entire complex for a week. And I was a painter. I wanted to paint. And our paint supplier at the time was PPG. These guys. So if you want to use the best paint in the world, don't be a smart to your boss. Be nice. Be kind. PPG. Get the finish on your car that you need. Shiny. Shiny.
It seems every year the Street Machine Summernats just turns it up a little bit and gets a little bit bigger, a little bit more action-packed. Thursday felt like a Friday. Friday felt like the biggest Saturday we've ever had. I don't know what's going to happen today, but it's going to be amazing. Big things happening on Saturday. Well, there's lots of noise all the way around the event. We've got our Burnout Championships on the Burnout pad today, vying for those 20 or 30 spots to make it into the final on Sunday. We've got a crazy car on the MPW dyno going for about 3,500 horsepower today. We've got some very special guests here that are going to be competing in a USA versus Australia lawnmower race, which is weird and exciting. Tough Street's still going off like ever. Skid Row's bigger, Skid Row's better. There's people everywhere. Everybody's cool, everybody's having a fat time. It's awesome. It's Saturday at Summernats. Summernats!
My name's Zoran Krzyzewski. I'm from Richmond, New South Wales, and it's a 1982 XE Falcon. Been coming since Summernats 10, so you know, you look at all these cars in the hall and all that sort of stuff, and sort of, yeah, put my mind to it over a 10-year period. You always dream about it, and I had a vision, and I didn't stray away from it. Always wanted a pro street type look, always wanted standard type outside with a bit of luxury inside, and yeah, come up with this. And I think we got it pretty good. It's a privilege to be here with this group of cars, and yeah, truly honoured. If I got Grand Champion, I don't know, it's everyone's dream. Everyone's dream when they're a kid. And if you're a car enthusiast, I work in the industry, yeah, that'll mean the world to me, absolutely. We'll give it a shot, and yeah, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
So Street Machine's involvement with Summernats goes back to day one, the very first event, and we've been here ever since for this crazy ride of the world's best car festival. Summernats for Street Machine and for our sport is the number one. It's the holy grand final, the holy grail, Christmas, New Year's, Halloween, all wrapped up into one beautiful petrol-fueled bundle.
To align with Summernats is a perfect place for us to be. It's just an amazing place, and the passion in the people in this place is, you don't see it anywhere else. It's world class. A lot of our customers are car enthusiasts and DIYs. They work on their own cars, and it's just a really good place to be because these people love what we love, which is cars and car parts. So we're in our element here.
The event itself is fantastic. I mean, it's the only time in Australia you're going to get so many cars, so many rev heads, and so many enthusiasts. And it's more family friendly too. From Rare Spares' point of view, it's great. We get to talk to our customers, we get feedback from them. Fantastic 4 days. We love it here.
A lot of people are interested in the process of what we have here to get the top 60, I guess, in the elite, top judge in the top 20, top 10 cars. Part of my deal here is to manage the whole Grand Champion. And what that's all about is the car's got to judge well, people have got to like it, and then it's also got to be driven, where they judge body, paint, undercarriage, engine bay and interior, and then an overall impact score. And then the top, obviously the top cars there end up in the top 60, top 20 and top 10, and then overall top judge. So what we end up is with a true Grand Champion. That is, in the last 5 years, has just been so competitive. It's been probably 1 or 2 points over all those cars that are just winning in the end. Such a sought after award.
We've developed a pretty cool little mobile app called Burnout Masters, obviously piggybacking on the huge success of the Burnout Masters series and the event here at Summernats. It's on Apple and Android devices, and it basically gives everybody, whether they're here at the event or at home, wherever they are around the world, the opportunity to do a burnout on the Summernats burnout pad, build a car, modify it, dyno it, do engine swaps and have a great time just like we do here.
So what we're talking about is the greatest motorsport rivalry of all time. Bigger than lawnmowers, not bigger than, what's his name, Hamilton, Verstappen, or Vettel, bigger than Whincup and McLaughlin. It's Australia versus America. America.
Oh, mowers out here, brother. Listen, mate, we mow our lawns every day.
They can't do burnouts and they can't mow lawns.
Oh.
Cletus heading up an all-star American team of absolute nobodies, and Shannon Knoll and the Myers father and son team taking him on in what is the most glorious of motorsports, modified lawnmower racing. The lawnmowers, they can top 100 kilometres an hour, which basically means they can do a quarter acre block in about 4.5 seconds.
was great fun. Yeah. I had a bit of a spill early, but took a good lesson from that. You don't let your tyres touch too much, it just pops you straight off. So learned a lesson from that, and then just stuck in with the big fella at the front and cut him behind him wherever I could, you know.
We are ready for the main event here on the Canada main stage. It is time for what we've all been waiting for, and that is the mullet competition. Get my Fashions on the Field contestants out to the front of the stage.
Todd Sorensen, mate, from Peak Crossing, about an hour out of Brisbane in Queensland, and here we are with the 67 Impala Coupe. Obviously the car's 3 times the size of anything else, and it's got 10 times more body lines, so that was a challenge, and I didn't want to take the originality out of it, like I didn't want to modernise it in any way, but just sort of make what they wanted to do in the factory better, I guess, and make it a lot faster. We unveiled here last year, so the car's seen some road miles for the last 12 months, and yeah, it has imperfections, it's got wear and tear, but it's a street car and it's going to get driven, and we'll put some road miles on it this year, so it'll only get more. It's always chasing the quality, but yeah, definitely a driver from the start, and nothing ever deviated from that. Summernats Grand Champ is, you know, to go for in the running for that is unbelievable. Like, it's the holy grail. You can only dare to dream and see where we end up.
Dad. You can get it doing a skid. You can get it eating a dim sim. What's the best cold beer? Victoria Bitter. We finished doing these ads yet? Dad. Oil change, rattle gun, gaskets, a battery, disc brakes, spark plugs. What do you need? Burson Auto Parts have more than 180 auto parts stores in Australia. They've been in the game for around 50 years. Don't turn up at Summernats in January with a box. Get that sorted, mate. Get your car fixed, repaired, ready to smash skids. You don't want to blow a wheel bearing on Skid Row, eh? You want to smash tyres like a mad dog. If you need help, call 1300 Burson or visit burson.com.au. Now.
My name is Gareth Lucker. We've come over from Perth and brought our 1967 HR Premier over. We've owned the car for about 7 years. We bought it and put it aside as just a bit of a street daily driver car. and thought we'd do a couple of little tweaks, and that was 5 years ago. So. It's a Premier, so we wanted to keep that Premier theme going through with nice mouldings and clean lines, and we carried it right through the car into the boot as well. So, but yeah, very drivable car. It's like a small block Chev making just over 400 horsepower, turbo 700 with the overdrive 9-inch. So a lot of the stuff with this, we just took our time, and it was an enjoyable build. So yeah, we just took the time and made sure we did things right. I love engine bays. I reckon every time you walk up to a car, the first thing you want to see is under the bonnet. So that's my passion, is the engine bay. So I love the fact that you can open the bonnet up and then get that wow factor off people. The people look in your engine bay and, you know, the first thing they say is wow. Oh, to win Summernats Grand Champion, I'd probably cry like a baby, I reckon, because it's like a lifelong dream. Like that's like the pinnacle of the Australian car scene. So yeah, to get here and sort of do that with my family and friends mean everything.
We are going to see them go from 30-odd cars back to just 10 for the main game tomorrow.
Well, Summernats, it's that time of the day. Are you ready for some Burnout Masters? Here we go. Jay Chun Tai coming our way right now out of Townsville. The tiny towing Suzuki Caravan. He's made sure he's got the tyres off. Summernats, give it up for our first Burnout Masters qualifier, Jay Chun Tai.
Yeah, we had them all tyres off. Woo!
Pagey with this super tough Holden Ute. Tips it in with ferocity, doing a cracker of a job. Summernats, make some noise for Pagey. That is Daryl Ferguson.
Yeah, how was that, eh? No Summernats, smoking rack.
By far the fastest tip-in speeds. Ladies and gentlemen, the South Aussie Thomas Beltrame and Inferno.
I got caught up the top there a little bit. I don't know if I went too far up the start and I got disqualified, but I don't know, it is what it is. We had fun.
Well, Steve Edsel normally has the rev limiter right up there, and this weekend is no different. Job done by the looks of things for Steve Edsel. Well, Summernats, come on, show him some love. Give it up for Steve Edsel, the Skid Ute.
Felt good. I got smoked out, but I couldn't see. I was like, where's the wall? I couldn't see nothing.
Hayden Wilby with this VT Commodore, lovingly known as Nut Out. Oh, backs it into the wall in a big way. The red flags come out. The fireys get straight onto it.
It was not quite what I expected. As soon as I dumped the clutch, it gripped up.
Stephen Marsh with I Hate Fords. Geez, I tell you what, Marshy is doing a stellar job out there, keeping good control.
Yeah, hopefully get through that. It'll be nice.
Here we go, the Queenslander, throwing it all down. Wow, it has all gone suddenly quiet.
Summernats, a bit like the old Bathurst, anything goes on. I'm going to go have a beer now, I think, and drown my sorrows.
He is just about ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to Let's Go with Joel Sykes. Oh, does he go in or not? Joel, not your weekend, my friend, unfortunately here.
I can't steer, that's the problem.
Slow and controlled. That's what it's all about for the 2020 campaign of Rob Cottrell Jr. Tips it in at good speed. Throws it back in with a bit more ferocity, and he's not even going to pull up to celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. Rob Cottrell Jr. with 4 to haters.
Yeah, no, mate, it's pretty good. Happy with it, so let's see if we can get through the next one.
Here comes Hursty with Bad HT. Swings it around. Oh, Hursty, you legend. You're doing a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Bad HT. Give it up for Alex Hurst.
Mad Bob! Woo!
Here comes the Queenslander. Good speed on the tip-in for Mark Handful Schwartz. Not a regular in the burnout scene, He got the wall right there.
Got lost in the smoke. Happens. We had fun.
Psycho, you coming our way. Got the NZ flag flying proudly. Oh, swings it around with just millimetres. Oh, now he's got his nose stuck up against the wall.
There was a thrust.
Yeah, nothing like this in New Zealand.
Well, for a guy that made the Masters through his wild card shootout attempt on Thursday, so far so good for Craig Meston. Kane Cook with Death Wish tips it in once again from the deep end. Nice little bit of throttle management right there to ensure that he doesn't power his way into the concrete barriers. Oh, and he's done by the looks of that.
Nah, not the ideal one, but that's for burnouts, I suppose.
Oh, mate, there ain't no better feeling than coming out of that.
Things have gone very quiet from Graham Longhurst. Dead smack in the middle of the donut pad. Here comes our reigning Summernats Burnout Masters champ, the 1966 Ford Mustang. Big revs, lots and lots of smoke. Give it up for Jake Myers and Sicko. Summernats, they're aspirated and they are husband and wife. Stop, it's hammer time.
Had a goal, said it, and I actually delivered today, so I'm happy.
Out of the rod shop from the wildcard shootout, he is on the rims right here. Mark Waddington and a Warbird.
I can't do any better than that out there. That's about all I've got. If I'm lucky enough to get through tomorrow, and I say lucky, I'm going to do that again.
Here comes the ringer. Passenger side tyre is off. Driver's side tyre is off as well. Job done right there.
Went well, made off the head, so it's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, our sole female in the Masters. Give it up for Letitia Chantai with Party Time.
I didn't hit a wall, so I'm super happy.
Very odd, very strange scenario right there. The car just seems like it doesn't want to steer. Great drive job from Matty Fry. Narrowly misses the concrete wall with that shortened tray.
I'm pretty happy.
Here comes Rick Fuller out of Victoria. Third, the last 3 years. Can he go one better? Here comes wide open with Mick Heyman. Tips it in and goes into fire mode. Unfortunately, Mick's scoring will finish right there. Where's the Lynchy fans in the house? This dude can drive. Let's send it for Lynchy. If there was a driver's championship for steering, this man would certainly be the winner. Where's he gone? Is he in the wall? Well, it looks like Rick Fuller is just going to limp this one out the back door.
Disappointing. It was okay, but it was nowhere near my best.
Our final car here at the Burnout Masters qualifying this afternoon. This is Casey Tolcher from Townsville. Tolcher throws down nice and early right there. Tries to get the judges' attention by doing something a little different. And Tolcher, in his first Burnout Masters appearance, is doing a cracker of a job so far. And ladies and gentlemen, first time at the Summernats in the Burnout Masters, give it up for KC Tolcher.
Woo! Summernats, baby.
From the 30 cars we've just seen, our judges will choose 10 to come back to play in the main game tomorrow in the finals.
When the sun goes down, we're going to party again, so we're going to hit the Cannon main stage. Aussie legend Knowlesy is going to open up the show, and then those complete Aussie rock mentalists, but Airborne are going to tear it up like they did a couple of years ago.
If you've never seen this before, you need to get down to Tough Street. There is nothing like it anywhere in the world, and now with Skid Row added to it, it is just madness.
I got a car. I got a big black shiny car. Maybe tonight we can go for a ride. Hey! Out on the road. Out on the wide, wide open road. Baby, let's see what we can find. Alright. Oh, let's drive. Anywhere your dreams go, I will take it every, take it every, baby. Let's drive. Let us see stop, baby. Oh, let's drive. I got the top down, baby. Yeah, let's drive. I got my foot down. Oh, I got no brakes, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
This is a can of Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. Summernats is a 4-day event. So what happens if you get a bit tired? You get a Red Bull.
Because it gives you wings, mate.
So if you're smashing skids at Skid Row and you need to get to the burnout pad, crank out your Red Bull and fly over.
Because it gives you wings, mate.
Summernats 33, it was just all happening yesterday, right through to the Super Cruise last night. We had a huge number of cars under blue skies, which was amazing, but the hottest action was on the burnout pad. Summernats Burnout Masters absolutely tore it up. The 5 wildcards that went through from Thursday's qualifying session made up a field of about 30 cars, and we only took the 10 best in the country through to today's final. So the burnout show was mega. The top 3 qualifiers all had exactly the same score, so it's tight at the top. Our buddy Cletus is back from 3 o'clock before the Burnout Masters today. Brand new engine. They're going to put on a show and represent America. They're going to try and bring the Bald Eagles today. Hopefully everybody in the finals today rips it up. The crowd is incredible. Yeah, there's a bunch of people here and they're all having an amazing time. I think next year's probably going to be even bigger as a result.
Here we are, Sunday morning, Summernats 33. Just had a briefing for the Grand Champion guys. We got 15 guys going for Grand Champion this year. What's happened with Grand Champion over the last couple of years is that the driving has really decided the champion. But it's still a good balance. We've got the judging, people's choice, and the driving. It's actually a real balance, and it ends up as genuinely the best car overall for judging and driving. Interesting enough, the car that even if they're not in the top 20, they can, if they do really well in both driving events, they can genuinely win this event. So bring it on.
My name's Simon Mokdassi. I'm from Sydney, and it's a 1970 XY Falcon. I'm gonna drive my car very hard, so I'm not here just to look good. I'm gonna get in the driver, and I'm gonna give it whatever I can give and perform. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. If I got the sword, that's something I've been dreaming of ever since I was maybe 10 years old. If I get the sword, it will be a dream come true.
Welcome and congratulations. You've got a shot at the big title. I know it's a privilege to lift that sword at the end of the day. You should be proud of the effort you made to get this far. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to run a heads-up go to O. So you'll get 2 runs at that, and then I'll swap the track over to a Motorcana slalom. The 10 that'll stay will stay here. We'll sort yous out, then we go into finding out who's won the big gong.
Grand Champion contenders coming your way here this morning, hitting the go to woe.
It's a bit like drag racing. We're all about going from point A to point B in the quickest possible time.
Two lovely looking cars, the Val and a Ford, I do believe, here. The Impala versus the HR.
My dad's shed coming up right now, unveiled last year. The VK unveiled this year. The 64EH coming in now. Great looking XE Falcon. Oh, the Monaro is in hot, both in fact. Good little pedal there by the XY on and off the throttle to get it down to the ground. That shooter, that thing stopped on a dime.
Yeah, dodged up. Yeah, lovely looking little thing.
Oh, great. Oh, the 32 hot rod getting loose there for the Mint valve.
We have 5 cars within 3 points, and this is the last event.
These guys put so much effort into all these cars. To see them actually do so well in judging and people's choice, but see them all actually hammer them here this morning, how good was that?
Memories being made here at Street Machine Summernats.
This afternoon, we've got Burnout Championship and then our top 10 Burnout Masters.
Here we go. This is the opener of the Burnout Championship.
Look at that. That is a great way to kick off the Burnout Championship finals here at this Street Machine Summernats 33. Give it up for Walt Gerzakowski
with Nolte on board. Whole lot of ferocity, boys, as he tips it in.
We have that massive Burnout truck.
And it certainly knows how to light all 6 tyres up on the back.
This car, and one of my favourite naturally aspirated burnout cars in the country.
Well, does not give up, does he?
Letitia, or Tish Chuntai. We're talking about girls doing it for themselves because 9 out of 10 times they do a better skid than the blokes. This girl certainly does that. And we've got bits and pieces of that GK Sigma just being thrust upon the pad down there.
Oh, just a flash of flame in the front for Jono Murphy there.
Have a look on the big screen. The rim's still spinning away. We have got one more car coming our way in the Burnout Championship.
Burnout Championship Finals.
Street Machine Summernats 33, and our Burnout champion for this year. He's going to love this, so will everyone. It is Rick Fuller! In the VK, of course, massive work. We know the history, quite sensational. Okay, once again, round of applause for our Burnout champions here. Summernats 33.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the day where we're about to do our Burnout Masters ball draw to find out the order in which each of our Burnout Masters will come out this afternoon in the final. I know this is certainly a tense time for our competitors because nobody wants to draw the #1 ball position. So, first of all, could we please have Rob Cottrell Jr., number 7, Brad Kilby with Hammer Time. He is number 8, Alex Hurst with Bad HT. And he has got the #1 spot. Number 4 for Anthony Page. Steve Edsel, the number 6 position. Number 3, the sicko himself. Timmy Brown. Number 9, Mark Waddington from the Rod Shop. Out of number 10, he will be the final of our top 10 finalists. Rick Fuller to be number 5, right there in the middle of the pack.
I'm Adam Rogash from MPW Performance. We run the dyno down here for Haltech. Haltech sponsors the dyno comp. So we've had some big numbers compared to previous years.
Hi guys, Dale from Castle Performance. We've got our Commodore on the dyno. We're looking to get that 3500 mark. And the engine's a fairly standard big block Chev. You know, it's got aluminium rods in it. It's got a good crank. It's got a set of standard conventional BB3 heads on it, so there's nothing over the top or too extravagant. Just a lot of boost, and yeah, it just seems to work well.
My name's Benny from Benny's Custom Works, our YouTube channel, and this is our 1987 Toyota Cresta. We've been down here all weekend at Summernats, having heaps of fun. We've been on the dyno a couple of times already, made it best at 1271 horsepower at the wheels, and we've just been hot lapping this thing flat out. Been down to Skid Row, just having heaps of fun.
My name's Maria. This is my BA XR6 Turbo 2000 horsepower street car. I bought it when I was 18 as a stockie, like a week after I got my license. Started off with an exhaust, 280, 300, 330, 350, 390. Ran a 10 about 11 years ago. And then I said to Dayon, I want to be the fastest one out there. So started that whole build, and here we are. We just want to hopefully go home with a trophy.
As we acknowledge our magnificent 7 lineup.
These guys travel all the way across from Perth. This car was built and unveiled at the Perth Hot Rod Show, West Australia Hot Rod Show, and then they made the trek across here. It's just what an awesome car. Yeah, and look, Simon's been around for a couple of years now, and this is his second shot at Grand Champion.
Beautifully turned out car and a worthy Grand Champ, and I'm sure he'll be back having a crack at Summernats. Come on, camera, make some noise for Rick Werner. He is your reigning champ, and he goes out in style. From memory to Owen, it was an unveiled car 12 months ago, and I know you love seeing concept cars and show cars become go-cars at Summernats.
Very much, and that is what it's all about, and that's part of why we do this, make this a really feature now, so people can actually come here and really achieve something. And it has been decided over the drive-in events for the last probably 5 or 6 years. Man, they have actually done so well with this car.
That's a real trend at the moment. Look at the world wheels on the back end of this car. Real trend getting the big bead locks on these beasts at the moment. It's a real trend in the car scene I've seen in recent times.
Very much, and we saw it coming for about 2 years ago, and now if you just have a look at how many cars are running that bead lock style wheel, yeah. This car is the current red Summernats champion, so I thought he'd had a really red hot, well, he had a red hot chance and had a red hot go. He's, again, just got to throw it around on that slalom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Summernats 33, how about a big collective round of applause for your magnificent 7 here for Grand Champion at Summernats 33. Down to the top 3 Grand Champion contenders here at Summernats 33, and Owen, what a lineup.
It's unbelievable. I think we've got 3 very nervous, emotional people here.
Make some noise, put your hands together for these awesome top 3 Summernats Grand Champ contenders.
Yeah, pretty nervous, totally overwhelmed.
Todd Sorensen makes some noise, Canberra. How about this machine? Just a beautifully turned out Impala.
It's absolutely understated, but when you actually have a look at this car, the finish on it is just amazing. And it's another car we unveiled last year.
You're in the game here.
Mate, here we are. Who would have thought?
Imagine it. Can you imagine the sword? Do you reckon it'd sit nicely in your hands today?
Well, you can only dare to dream, can't you?
This beautifully turned out entry, the Burgundy 1985 Holden VK sedan belonging to Dominic Lucci.
We only unveiled this car on a Friday night, and look, here it is in the Grand Champion.
I've been on the pad before, but to drive this car has never been driven. I'm wrapped. So.
All right, well, that sums up your top three. It's now time to hand back to Cam for the biggest announcement this weekend, some may say, at Summernats.
All right, thanks, Dino. You're absolutely right. It is time right now that we are just about to announce the winner of the Street Machine Summernats 33 Grand Champion. We have Chick Henry and also Simon Telford from Street Machine. Thank you so much for your support, as always. Let's announce Street Machine Summernats 33 Grand Champion is Todd Sorensen in the 67 Impala. Summernats, let's make some noise once again. Let's show your appreciation for our Summernats 33 Grand Champion. Congratulations. How's it feel at the moment? The blood must be pumping.
Mate, I'm in shock, mate. I totally did not expect this.
Summernats, let's say well done. A huge congratulations to our Street Machine Summernats 33 Grand Champion, Todd Sorensen.
Mate, I am totally shocked. I did not come here expecting this, but I definitely come here to have a crack. So, yeah, blown away, mate. Can't believe it.
That sword has had some hallowed names over the years. You've joined it. Do you believe it?
It'll sink in, mate, but it's going to take a bit of time to kill it.
Dad.
50 years. That is years and years and years of making the best air filters in the world. If you need a filter for your car, air filter, cabin filter, oil filter, go to knn.com or go to your local stockist. Superior airflow, superior performance, superior.
John Peterson, we've got his son Shane Peterson. He'll be riding shotgun with Peter Gray. Of course, we've got John's wife Margaret. She'll be pad side.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, if you like the sport of burnouts, if you like smoke in the air and want to see a burnout master send off the king in style, put your hands together as Peter Gray honours the king of burnouts in Australia and the world, John Peterson.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we say goodbye to John Peterson, gone but never forgotten. JP289, please, Summernats, put your hands together for John Peterson.
Really good, really good. Yeah, we're all so proud, yeah. And Peter's done a wonderful job too. John would have loved it.
Here we go, Burnout Masters are gone.
The top 10 for 2020 here at the Summernats are on track now. Look, Bad HT kicks us off. He drew the number one. Look at the smoke that thing's putting out. The butterflies just cracked there.
First time in the Masters for this man in the finals. And wow, what a striking looking vehicle, this HT Holden Ute. Of course, as I said, small block Chevy. And I had a chat with Alex. He is so emotional at being a part of this Masters final for 2020.
Yeah, look at the breather there, already blowing out some steam. Plenty of pressure coming out of that small block Chev. The revs are right up there. He's got the lights on. He needs to see it. This purple smoke is so thick, it has clouded the burnout pad here at Summernats.
1 minute minimum is what these guys need to do in order to be crowned as the burnout master. Will it be a newbie like this guy here, or will it be somebody else? Ladies and gentlemen, Summernats, make some noise for Alex Hurst in bad HT.
Yeah, he did a really good job there, but the car has pulled up. It looks like we got some concerns under the front there. If you look out on the burnout pad, still air in the tyres.
Nah, mate, yeah, just drop a bit of oil pressure and then I'll shut it off. So it's not the way you want to come off, but that's the game we play, unfortunately.
All right, well, looks like Fergie, he's ready to party the smoking rat. The Morris commercial coming for, and Daryl Ferguson out of Western Australia. All thanks to BYE Performance over there. The boys keeping this engine running.
Lee Harvey, promoter of Northern Nats, riding shotgun in there in the smoking rat this afternoon.
Watch out for the flames out those big exhaust stacks on the top, and we got the yellow tyres on today. Big tip in two from Fergs.
Smoking rat is go here in the Burnout Masters final. Good speed from the Morris. Oh, and he's into the wall in a big way. Tray slapper for the Morris.
It's going to hurt the scores, but it's going to be on the highlights reel, that's for sure. Big speed. He carried all the way down the far end. He hasn't even seen the burnout pad yet. It's one straight drag strip. That's all he's used. There we go. Sends it deep into the burnout pad now.
Fergie was certainly committed. As you said, didn't tip it in. He just tried to tip it in probably the thinnest part of the burnout pad. And wow, it ended up going a little pear-shaped. That tray, the corner of the rear tray, making massive impact with the wall. But now it's all about redemption. It's about getting back and trying to score as many positive points as possible.
Well, the wind's picked up now and it's heading back towards the start line. And you can see that as you go, and he's going to have to get the car out of this. Stuck in the donuts now. He needs to drive it out. Look, Lee Harvey's got the finger out the window. These guys are having a party in there. Wouldn't be anything but a Fergie party.
Well, we know that this man knows how to party, and of course the West Aussies. It's a long way across the Nullarbor to come and compete here at the Street Machine Summernats, but Fergie doing his absolute best. Big RPM from this LS underneath the bonnet of the 49 Morris commercial. Heading up towards the finish line now. And there's those flames that you spoke of earlier.
Ain't no party like a West Coast party. Give it up for Daryl Ferguson.
Great job by Smokin' Rat right there. Fergie doing what he loves to do. And as we mentioned, here we go. Check out the replay. So he did come in with a nice big tip in, but then he drove it straight through. And this is just prior to where he waxed the wall. Get ready for it.
Look at the wheel work.
Comes around and boom. Here comes the boom from Fergie.
We went a little bit fast down the exit shooting, yeah. Oh well, you don't win by going slow, do you?
But ladies and gentlemen, you can hear the noise coming. Your 2019 Burnout Master.
Can this man go back to back in 2019 and 2020? Just 24 years of age. It is Jake Myers and Sicko.
Straight for that exit chute, isn't he? Nose in the car of goes the opposite way around too, showing good skill. He can go both ways. That's what we need to see, some difference here for the judges to pick up.
That's exactly right. You notice that he went right hand down rather than left hand down. Most of the guys choose to go left hand down. Good pickup right there, Matty Cav. So looking to do something a little different to everybody else. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what sets him apart from the rest.
Oh no, I think we may have smoked ourselves out. I can't quite hear him moving around the pad. You can hear the note of the exhaust. He needs to keep that car in flow, but the amount of smoke this thing makes, it 9,000 RPM out the back of the engine. Those tyres are doing well over 200 kilometres an hour. Probably pushing 300.
And you've got to remember, it's only a 302 Windsor. It's a baby little engine. But man, of course, making lots and lots of horsepower from Lowen Motorsports out of the West. Now, one down. Pretty sure I heard him get one off a moment ago. There won't be anything left on those steel rims when he's done with them, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're right. Gary Myers spins the spanners on this motor, but it's George Saparovich from Blow Motorsports helping with the tune-up, and there is that distinct blower whine, isn't it, coming out of the front of Sicko?
Well, he will bring it centre stage. He will get out and no doubt do the obligatory jump up on the cowl or give it a couple of free revs. Or is he being serious? And he's going to drive it out to ensure that he gets it off the pad. He can't help himself. He's going to get out to your adorning cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the sicko himself, Jake Myers. Yeah.
Check out that brand new helmet of his too, all airbrushed up to start off the burnout season. Will he go back-to-back? It's a tough ask. No one has ever gone back-to-back before when it comes to Burnout Masters wins.
Well, he chose the number 3 spot on the ball draw a little earlier this afternoon.
Nah, I'm pretty happy with that. Very smoky out there, so it's anyone's game today. You know, it's whoever ticks all the boxes. Yeah, that's what it is.
Anest Iwata. What is that, you say? Listen, Anest Iwata brings to the Australian market a wide range of equipment for the spraying of liquid coatings. Nice. These may be for automotive uses, both at production and refinish levels. They can even supply equipment for the beauty and film industries where it is possible to spray makeup, airbrush fingernails, body art, and spray on imitation suntans. Because who wouldn't want to have a suntan, right? Yeah.
Look at there, Pagey on the number plates. That's how he likes to be known. He loves to get around his thongs and shorts and have a beer with everyone in the crowd. Let's see how he goes today, because there'll be plenty going on if he can take the win here today from Western Australia. Anthony Page will be wanting to take the goods back home west. Let's see how he goes.
Well, wait for the tip-in. High-speed tip-in on its way. Sends it in nice and hard. That beautifully painted and prepped HZ Holden 1 ton style side.
How much do the front wheels, the sidewall or the front wheels bend over on that tip-in? It was fast as he went in. He did not disappoint. I expected it from him. I didn't give him the curse. He put it right in there. Now he's down the far end. Let's hope he can turn around, because look at the amount of smoke. He can get lost in that really easily. He's had to have a pedal there to keep it off the wall.
Well, I think that may hurt him, because he's come back. He did one doughy at the top end and then tried to get out of it. One tyre off right there. But unfortunately, he got stuck where he had to rip 2 donuts out. But he's been able to collectively get it back to the centre of the pad, where there's a little bit more real estate on offer to now go about finishing these tyres off.
Oh, look at that. The tyres are off for Pagey. He's had to come back onto the burnout pad and use a bit of that, like you say, the real estate. He went down the far end, used it up nice and early, came back through thick smoke, but now it looks like it's stuck there. Maybe the tyre underneath the diff. And this is what we see on some of the burnouts, isn't the rubber gets stuck underneath the diff. They don't drive off, and it hurts them in the point score.
Makes it very, very tough to exit the pad.
Oh, that's Cole out there. I can tell by that beautiful long hair he's got.
Well, sporting the mullet is Cole. The flags come out. Come on, Summernats, make some noise and give it up for the West Aussie, Anthony Page. Here we go to the replay. You called it initially, the big high-speed tip-in.
Watch this, though, the sidewall on the tyre. Look how much that folds over. I'd love to know if it's still running like 30 or 40. Right there, though, is my concern. We can't tell. We don't know what happened there, but it'd be interesting to see what that car was like on that back end before the burnout and after. And he didn't use much of the burnout pad, really, before the tyres went off.
I've got to tell you, a bit of panel damage down the back left corner there of the ute.
Was it there before?
No.
It went well, but got up this end and slid the front wheels, couldn't stop it, and look at the other side, I got the wall, so a bit devoed, but it was a good weekend. I made the top 10, I'm happy with that.
This man, he's already been out once in the Burnout Championship with his LS1. Here comes full-on Rick Fuller.
Just sitting there a little bit longer than Pagey, building that smoke up. But nice speed as he throws it into the burnout pad, and once again going for the chute. Everyone is doing the one donut and pushing it down that chute. But he is not going all the way. He's going to turn around early. I think some way with the breeze coming back towards the start line, you can really get lost in that smoke very early.
Full On is in much nicer voice today. And what I mean by that is that yesterday it was surging. He didn't seem like he had good fuel pressure, but today Full On is on song. There's no doubt about it. And Rick Fuller demonstrating why he wants to be better than number 3 here in 2020. It will be heartbreaking for this man if he records a 3rd place for 4 years in a row.
How horizontal were the butterflies on that thing? They are absolutely horizontal. That foot is hard against the firewall. I reckon he's pushing that through the firewall right now. He wants this win so bad.
Of course, late model car, certainly have power steering on board as well, making things a little bit easier for him in this full-on BF Holden ute. Now, not much left on those tyres. We can see that the dye's all gone. All he's got to do is finish it off, get out, celebrate, say thank you very much, and get off to get the job done.
Yeah, the GM Motorsport LS. How good is that sounding this afternoon, like you say?
How good was that for Rick Fuller? Much better than his qualifying skid. And as I said, of course, hey, it's going to be all about trying for Rick to get above that 3rd place hoodoo spot that he's been succumbed to or awarded for the last 3 years in a row. Bulk smoke, instant smoke, bang, tick the box there beautifully. Tip-in wise, carried very, very good speed down there into the centre.
Much better today, very happy. Bit of hard work by a couple of good mates last night. Yellow car was all good, and this thing didn't stop, so that's a big thing.
Now we go to this man, 368 cubes of small block Ford for Steve Edsel in this XC Falcon ute. Huge, huge revs. Sends it straight down the fairway.
Yeah, Ford man through and through, and he is happy to be back in the blue oval for the last couple of years. And wow, just a little bit slow there, but those revs, the B&R engines, don't they? They are through the roof on the tacho.
Oh, look, the B&R engines are well known for being revvers, especially the small blocks. They know how to get them revving beautifully. Now, we know that Steve had some issues after yesterday. Had the heads off the car. They've done some maintenance on it. In fact, Brett Nidbury from B&R actually made an express trip from Victoria to come to Canberra to make sure that his engine was firing on all 8 cylinders for this afternoon's finals in the Burnout Masters.
Well, we can definitely hear all 8 firing at the moment, just going back down that exit chute a little bit. He is spreading the smoke around, which is a good, practice to have. Go around, spread the smoke around the burnout pad. it makes it look like it's so much more there. And he's staying out of where it's really thick so he can see where he's going. And we can see that from our overhead camera view. From inside the car, he probably can't see a lot.
No, I think you're spot on the money there. He is driving by braille, by feel at the moment. Now he's got a fair amount of clear air and he can make some decisions on where he wants to go. But when he's totally engulfed in smoke, it's all about where the car wants you to go.
You know when the tyres are gone, aren't you? The smoke levels just decrease instantly, and there you go.
Summernats, make some noise. If you're a Blue Oval fan or any other fan, make some noise for that man, Steve Edsel, with skid use. He teed off straight down the fairway, was shallow in the tip-in though. Didn't allow this car to go all the way down deep. Then that gave him more options as to where he wanted to go next.
Yeah, really good. Got out there. Pretty challenging, but we got it done, so very happy.
Dad. Do you love your car? How much do you love your car? Proof that you love your car is if you look after it with the best car care products on the market. Maguire's. If you've spent thousands building your car, don't care for it with crap quality products. Look after it with the best. You should also use the best to keep yourself clean. Super thick and sudsing. Whee! See this? This is the best. The best! Are these ads over yet? Seriously.
Now, here we go for the haters. LS Powered XD Falcon out of Wagga Wagga for the Riverina boys. And man, Rob Cottrell getting very, very close to the concrete barrier on the tipping.
Yeah, well, he's done that donut. He's thrown it in before he's actually hit the burnout pad, so he's had to pull that around. And then you can see not enough momentum to get the full 360, so he's had to come back again. The car's sort of pulling him that way. Not much you can do about it at that point. Now we see him go into the burnout pad. Plenty of revs the whole time, so just trying to keep it off that limit. You see, they only have to crack those butterflies a little bit and those revs shoot straight up with the mechanical injection. And now we're going for the extra shoot. Let's go and use up a bit of that real estate.
Well, 2019 was a nightmare year for this man in the Burnout Championship. He is certainly another looking for redemption here in 2020. And, of course, as he sends it back down into the centre once again, gives himself that room, that area in which to be able to negotiate where he wants to send it next.
Yeah, just looking at that rear tail light lens. Looks like we got a little bit of that missing. I can see the bulb showing. Hope that was not from this burn. We don't know. But, you know, he has gone back and forth now, back in the pad. The tyres off. You can tell the smoke goes right down to that point. You know, he's going to get out and play on Rob Cottrell, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Seaman gets up in the car. Come on, cheer him on. He loves to hear the crowd.
Well, Canberra, he may have an LS on board that Ford Blue Oval XD, but you've still got to love a tough skid. And that is what we just saw from Rob Cottrell.
Comes in a little bit shallow there. Doesn't only just makes the pad, but not enough momentum to get the full donut.
Oh, mate, they're definitely hating on it. Last year here, I had a bit of a whoopsie in the finals. I had a little bit of a whoopsie there, gave the wall a little bit of a tap, but it is only 5 points, so we'll see how we go, mate. But yeah, it was a good skid.
From New South Wales, it is the hammer time about to come our way. These guys have travelled all over the country in 2019 to get their spot here at the Burnout Masters in 2020. Won $10,000 at Gatton Motorfest earlier in 2019, and now it's payday. This is what it's all about.
How thick is the smoke coming back of that Daihatsu Feroza? He is just thrown it in. Hammer time it is. The right foot is down right on the firewall.
We notice his wife, Britt, riding shotgun. So Britt Kilby riding shotgun in what is undoubtedly the proudest moment in her husband's burnout career. I should say short burnout career. The guys have only been competing probably around 18 months to 2 years. But man, what an impact on the scene they've had.
They did a lot of work to get this car back into Summernats. All the powder coating, beautiful in the car. What I love from our overhead view is you know when those butterflies are horizontal because you can read the stop right on them, can't you?
Well, it's hashtag cracked. They've got the throttle butterflies cracked wide open on that shotgun scoop. So the only car to be a naturally aspirated LS in this field. Of course, no blower, no turbos, no nitrous, no nothing. It's just all carby, all manifold, and all LS bottom end.
Yeah, 404 cubes of LS. They got the good motor on board this weekend, and it has been punished. Britt's been driving in the championship. Brad's been in the Masters, and he has done him and his family proud here this afternoon. The tyres are off the back of Hammer Time.
Well, Canberra, time to get loud. Make some noise for Brad Kilby.
No, it was brilliant just to be here. I'm excited. I couldn't believe it last night when we got the message to say we were in, and just beside myself. Only NA to make it in the Masters finals, really, so couldn't be happier, really.
So, here he comes, Tim Brown with Sam Blow.
Not afraid of the big tip in either. He never has been, and watch this. Halfway down the burnout pad is the first donut. 2 donuts done before he hits the edge. Now he's going to go and use that real estate up in the exit chute like everyone has. Choosing to go left hand down as well, which a lot of them have been. Is he going to stay down? Oh no, a little bit of a tap. That's a tap on the wall there that we can see on screen.
Now, and in the front as well. Sorry, Matty, he's gone back and front as well. The noise has gone away, not the campaign that Timmy Brown would have wanted.
Pretty shattered, man, but hey, it's the Masters. If you go home thinking you could have done more, it's not good enough. So went in too hot, tried to catch it, couldn't catch it, and that was it. What do you do?
Well, the Waddington's trying to get as much air through that PSI down into that 565 cubes. They've got a no gas performance sticker on the side. So, of course, Benny No Gas helping Mark out with this car. And man, he gives it a tap on the dash. Come on, baby, don't let me down.
Don't let him down. He was keen to get out too. He quickly came up to the start line. Matabu, the legendary burnout master himself, says, mate, you are good to go. Let's get this started. Warbird, ladies and gentlemen, our final burnout master this afternoon.
Here we go. Nice big solid start for the XP Falcon known as Warbird. The Waddingtons, of course, owners of the Rod Shop down in Castlemaine in the Victorian region. And wow, they debuted this car a little over 12.5 months ago. And they've really found their footing well and truly. A really big car to be throwing around. I'm not sure if we saw an impact there.
Oh, I can't make a call on that. That is close.
Nor can
I tell you what, this car is wrapped. That may just be the sticker he took off there because that is so close. I'm going to leave that one for the judges, but look at this. He's thrown it straight back into the smoke. No care for anything. You can't see a thing. Our overhead cams are the best view and we can barely see where he's going. So it is hard to see. Look how close he is to the wall there now. A little bit of air goes to the side. You can see where he's going. Gets the car turned around and all of a sudden the noise is out.
The 565 has gone away. Well, tyres are not off as yet to our knowledge.
It doesn't look so. It looks even, doesn't it? It looks like there's air in those tyres.
Absolutely. Mark gets out of the car, goes to have a look up front what the issue is.
No.
He's got a small fire. That's not good. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, an abrupt end to the efforts of Warbird. For Mark Waddington, hey, he's up on the fence. Summernats, please show the man some love. Give it up for Mark Waddington and Warbird.
It just goes on and on. It's one of them things. If one little thing can lock it and grab an engine too, so the stupidity of staying into that would have cost me an engine, maybe a transmission, might be $5 grand, might be 50 grand. You just don't know the extent of it. So, like, I'm really disappointed. My team's done a cracking job. The car was on. It felt so good. I could taste it. But anyway, that's Summernats.
With Haltech, you unlock the power. With everything from universal ECU kits, plug and play kits, to dashes, gauges, merchandise, and more. Have a look at this. Oh my gosh. Have a look at that. Buttons. Nice. Haltech.com. That's it. .com.
In third place this year, the Burnout Masters. Can you believe it? In the naturally aspirated Daihatsu Feroza, it is Brad Kilby. Let's go second place though. And it goes to, in the XC Ute, Stephen Edsall. Street Machines Summernats 33, our Burnout Master. How many cracks has he had at it? How many times has he taken out third place? But he's got the top spot this year. It is Rick Fuller!
Oh, over the moon. That's it. Booked in for next year, both cars, and that's it. We'll have to keep it now, not sell them. I've skipped second, which is good. Maybe next year we'll go second and try and get the whole three for the set, but yeah, definitely got plenty of thirds. Oh, there'll be some beers. There'll be some beers.
Rick's a good mate and he's done it hardy before. I could not be happier for him. He's finally come here and done it. As soon as I saw his burnout, I knew he'd won, so I told everyone to go home. They didn't listen, they still skidded, but good on him. I could not be proud of him. It's amazing.
Summernats 33 is done and dusted. The apocalypse. It was the maddest Summernats I've ever been at. 100,000 people, 2,200 cars. We survived the smoke. We survived being the hottest city in the world. Who knows what's going to get thrown at us next year, but the thing that we do know, next January in Canberra, Summernats 34, it's on.